racing car, just how hard it is to know when somebody's braking in front of you. You look for the signals, you look for the car just slightly tilting forwards, and you get to know the way a car behaves, and you can sort of see the way it acts to know the braking points. But you're talking about split-second decisions for braking.
I don't think. I don't. Are we? We've lost video. Have we got any radio? Is it a radio broadcast or is there no broadcast at all at the moment?
Okay. So we've lost video there, unfortunately. Sorry about that, everybody, but we will keep you up to date.
Jason Martin's going to go to the outside. He's got to the outside of Chris Purnell, round the hairpin, and then they go side by side. Martin on the inside, Purnell on the outside, and Purnell's going to drive it in deep into turn 1. He's going to try and hang it around the outside to get the inside for turn number 2. He's going to get the inside for turn 2. Martin's going to look for the crossover. He's not going to do it. He's going to sit in behind him on his bumper, and he's going to lay off a couple of car lengths now, and Purnell's going to hold that gap as usual. So it's still Purnell from Martin. Nothing changes there. Martin's got a decent run off turn 4. Can't do it. He shows his nose, slots back in. And now he gets to the inside. Off turn 4. No. Another good run for Purnell, and another opportunity goes down the drain for Martin. He just can't get this move done at the moment. Can Martin, is he going to try and shape up the car wide, shape it down to get a good exit? Off the carousel, he gets a bit of oversteer, loses a bit of traction. That kills his run. Can he go for a lunge? He certainly shows the nose. He's getting a bit aggressive now on Chris Purnell, trying to force him into a mistake. Can't quite get him through turn 7. They're still Purnell from Martin, separated by about 2 car lengths going down through the S's.
And of course, these guys are fighting extremely hard because they've only got 3 laps to go, and there is a fast closing Ashton Crowder just behind them as well, so they don't want to get lapped by him and lose a lap of this racing. But fantastic driving there from Chris Purnell. Just managed to position the car so well to stop Martin getting past. Martin was passed at a few stages there, but Purnell just holding his position, holding the ground, not giving up 1 inch of racetrack, but racing extremely fair. Fantastic driving there by both of them. It would have been so easy there, especially coming through the start-finish straight, to make a mistake. It's so hard to explain to people how close those walls are at Sonoma. You're going across that start-finish line in 3rd, 4th gear maybe sometimes, usually 3rd gear though, high speeds. When you're side by side with another car, you realise how narrow that section is, and all it takes is a slight clip of that wall and both of you would have been out of this race.
Yeah, hopefully we should have some video back up and running for you by the time this race finishes. It shouldn't be too long for you now, as we just sort of continue to force you to sit and listen to the sound of our voices. We feel sorry for you. I'm sorry.
It looks like we are back, so I think we should be good. It looks like we are back on the video stream, so awesome. Everything's back up there, so good to see. Yeah, so we've got a couple of laps to go. We've got 2 laps to go at the front with Ashton Crowder, and it looks like these two are going to be battling right to the finish line.
Yeah, and I think Crowder's going to be too far back, so I'll interfere in this battle with Purnell and Martin. I don't think you'll be able to lap them before this race is done, so we shouldn't see too much interference. I don't think there's any laps cars in front of no, there's no laps cars that should get in the way for Purnell or Martin either, so it should be a straight fight to the end for these two for P5.
Yes, we should be good there. The Ashton Crowder is just a little bit behind. He's just coming up past Hamish Gallagher now. Hamish Gallagher was the black car who was seen just behind him, so tricky sometimes when people have got 2 black cars as their vehicles. But yeah, Martin and Purnell have put on a fantastic show this evening. What a great drive by both of them.
And it's not over yet. They've got 2.5 laps left. Crowder's got 2 laps left. And Martin has a look, can't do it. Sets up wide, tries to get the cross underneath him, can't get it done. I think Martin's going to try something different here. That's the wrong kind of different. Martin, he's just driven onto the grass on the inside through turn 5. That's not going to help him at all. He's going to want to try something different, but not something that different. I don't know what he's going to be. I think Martin's going to have to maybe sit back for a lap here. Just give it all on the line to the last lap and really attack him through turn 1. Maybe try and slip up the inside at turn 2, I think, maybe.
Yeah, he's just got to let those tyres cool off a little bit, maybe. Just give the car a little bit of a moment just to come down a little bit, because Of course, sometimes the tyres get overly hot, and that causes problems. And all of these things can happen with a vehicle, with racing cars, and they usually do, just to make everything tricky for you. The track temperature is still around 25 degrees, so it's not too bad out there. But it does look like Martin is just backing off now. He's sort of given. It looks like he's not giving up completely, but there's not much more he can do to Chris Purnell at the moment. He's lost a lot of time with that mistake.
Just in behind him, lapping 2 seconds of that faster than these guys. Ashton Crowder's going to come across the line. He's going to begin his final lap of the Sonoma Raceway, round 11 of this season. Down 3 turn 1, nice and easy, no reason to push. He's got a 13-second gap back to Matt Danson, as comfortable as you'll ever be in the ANZCAR series. Highly competitive, and Crowder has just shown them all a lesson today. He's absolutely dominated this race from green flag to the finish. He's led every single lap. He started on pole. He's been absolutely untouchable, and we've seen battles throughout the field. We've seen guys unable to pass, and maybe for Crowder, that's where it all started. He didn't need to pass anyone. He put it on pole. He didn't need to worry about passing anyone. He just run away out front and not really look at his mirrors all race long. He's been all lonely, all by himself, and through turn 7 for the final time. He's going to get a glimpse of Martin and Purnell in front of him and be a bit amused by the fact that Martin, ANZCAR's most dominant driver, is so close to being lapped by Crowder, but won't happen. He'll save himself that.
Yeah, he will let this battle last for one lap longer, and an absolutely dominant drive, lapping everyone up to 7th position. That is a insane feat for Crowder. Fantastic job for him. He's just slowing down, actually, Crowder, and
is he out of fuel?
He might just be dropping back a little bit here. We'll just keep on with Ashton Crowder.
But here comes Matt Danson. Is this some sort of agreement between Crowder and Danson? Is Crowder giving this win to Matt Danson? We'll find out here as Danson's going to get down to the inside. Is he? No?
Are they lining up for a photo finish, maybe? We'll soon see out. It looks like...
It's Crowder, it's Danson, it's still Crowder, it's Mickelmore through the middle. And Crowder's going to do it, it looks like, as Clute goes to the middle, and Crowder's going to win this one from Matt Danton in 2nd place.
Yes, great little bit of team strategy there, like the old days in Le Mans. Usually people like Ken Tyrrell and drivers, owners of that ilk would generally make sure their cars had a lap between them before doing a custom finish like that. Ferrari got bitten hard back in, I think it was 2006 at Indianapolis when they tried to manufacture...
Just going to shut up at the moment for Cole because, oh no, Jason Martin, he had an opportunity to get to the inside of Chris Purnell. He was up there and he got way too eager. He left it too late. He got on the throttle really hard and got super sideways off turn 7. And that's it. Chris Purnell will hold on for P6.
Fantastic drive by Chris Purnell there.
He makes a mistake at the hairpin.
Yeah, Jason Martin really didn't have anything... Oh, sorry, Jason Martin didn't have anything to lose.
Nah, he's got it. Purnell's going to hold on for a race-long battle with Jason Martin. He will take P6.
Yeah, those two are definitely going to be happy with that. Fantastic job there. Just a photo finish for Ashton Crowder and Matt Danson. So just lining up the cars, teammates of course, those two, so wanted to get a nice photo op for each other. It looks like Mickelmore might have just spoilt their photo opportunity though. I'm sure they'll hang out above their mantelpieces with each other's names on it, and possibly a little...
Cloet's still racing, they're side by side, coming out of the hairpin, down the front straight. Cloet's going to get him, it looks like. Yes, he will. Cloet steals P8 away from Matthew, from Josh Mickelmore, right at the line, just 0.02 of a second between them in the end. And that's why we saw Josh Mickelmore and Matty Clute shoot through the middle of Ashton Crowder and Matt Danson, because they were still racing for position.
And they were racing absolutely hard there, those guys. They were really going for it. A great drive by Matthew Clute, though, managing to snatch away P8. Great catch there. Thank you so much, Ryan. Really good catch there, because that one might have gone unnoticed through us otherwise. Yeah, absolutely fantastic race there towards the end. We got lucky with this race, I think. We had some fantastic battles out there tonight.
Yep, certainly was. And what I'm going to do now is I'll run you through the results on this one. It was, as we mentioned, Ashton Crowder by 900ths of a second from Matt Danton, a slightly unrealistic representation of how easy this race was for Crowder. Danton in second, Michael Scullock 36 seconds back in P3, that's more like it. And that was Ashley Lear and Matt Morris who rounded out the top five. Chris Purnell and Jason Martin, that incredible battle, P6 and P7. Matty Clute and Josh Whitmore, as we called it, over the line, P8 and P9. Riley Curtis was the first car lap down. He rounded out the top 10. And the rest of your drivers a lap down with Stephen Williams, Danny G, James Bell, Hamish Gallagher. And then 2 laps down was Norman Clark. Dortnack, he had that issue at the start of the race. He still managed to finish P16, 9 laps down. And then all your retirements for this one with Nathan Tregarthen, McLeod, Dobbin, Ladder Foster, and Anderson.
Yes, and Dortnack, he managed to come away with a couple of points from that. Obviously, he had that issue at the start. He had a lot of damage on the car, but he's managed to claw his way back up to P16, which is not terrible. He's just doing what's needed, though, just getting those points in. And we see Ashton Crowder just coming across the line, doing the customary burnouts now, and we will grab some of our drivers as soon as they jump into the blue room. Or green room.
Green room. Green room, you know. Either or.
Oh, I blame colour blindness on that one.
It looks like Ashton Crowder's in the green room right now. So what we'll do is we'll drag Crowder up here and we'll say hello.
ANZCAR, I mean.
Ashton Crowder, it's Ryan Jones up in the performance streaming booth. Congratulations, mate. That was a dominating performance.
Thanks, bro. Dude, it was fun. Like I love road racing, especially with this package. The dirty air is kind of weird, but like everything else is fun and yeah, that I don't know. It was a really good time. I didn't get much sleep, so I didn't know if I was gonna wreck somebody or not, but I don't think I did, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, well, you weren't really under any much pressure for any of that race. Did you think it would sort of be that, for lack of a better word, easy, or were you expecting a bit of more of a fight from maybe Danson or Martin or someone like that?
It definitely wasn't easy, that's for sure. So to start off the race, we got on the gas pedal out there, keep trying to call it the carousel, I don't know why, but the hairpin. And I forgot what his name is. Go find it.
I think it was either
Mitchell.
Dobbin or McLeod.
Yeah, McLeod. He didn't get on the gas, so that kind of halted Danson and a few others on the right side lane. And I don't know, we got out to a pretty good lead, but Danson was reeling me in, and I was more or less just kind of sitting back and trying to save tires, and then I realized that doing that I'm just gonna slide more, so I was like, might as well go, and we did, and we just kept pulling and pulling, and I don't know, I've never considered myself to be good on road courses, but just I guess all the testing that I had to do in peak, or not had to do, but I chose to do in peak, really was paid off in the long run in terms of just understanding these tracks. But yeah, I'm just wow, I'm really amped up, so you could probably tell.
Yeah, it was a pretty stunning performance, Crowder, Ashton, and certainly one that we won't forget for a while. Is there anyone you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, for sure. Dancing 100% because we did like that formation thing for like a lap and a half. I wasn't really up for that, but he thought it would be cool, so we did it. So hopefully nobody finds that to be disrespectful, but if you do, I'm sorry, but I don't know. We just
It will
had to
make a
do it.
nice photo for your bedside tables.
Exactly. I'll get it framed and everything, and I'll put it up on my wall next to my Kevin Harvick hero cards. But yeah, just everybody at SCR, Swimming Crowder Racing, and Parker Kligerman, Jeff Burton, and everybody at Burton Kligerman Esports for allowing me to like go to races and stuff. I'm just having a good time. So yeah, and thanks to you guys, broadcast, league, everything is just it's a really good time over here. So really appreciate it.
Well, we love having you in the series. You're certainly at another level for the drivers to sort of try and achieve and aspire to be at that level. So it's good to have you around, and we wish you luck for the future race.
I appreciate it. See y'all later.
Oh, that was Ashton Crowder, our race winner, and yep, dominating performance. Not much else you can say for that one, is there, Carl?
No, it was a pretty clean race for him. What we might do is now grab the second place man, Matt Danson, down, and I'll grab him into the broadcast booth.
Did the formation finish? I'll let you guys do one more lap.
Matt Danson, Carl Withy here, Performance City Streaming, E53. How are you going tonight?
Yeah, not too bad. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Good performance for yourself and Ashton Crowder, obviously there, and nice formation finish as well. I must have heard you just talking about that towards the end there. How was the race for you?
Yeah, you caught me mid sentence. Yeah, the race was pretty good. I had nothing for Ashton, obviously. I mean, once once I was clear of the talk guys, I was just trying to be consistent and see what I could do. But I was always 2 sort of 3/10 off whatever Ashton would do. I'd raise my pace and he'd then do the same. I think he always had something in his pocket, but it was fun. It's good.
No, that's good to hear. One thing I wanted to ask you was the start. It looked like McLeod was a little bit slow off the start, and I just wondered, did you make contact at the beginning of the race there?
I don't think we made contact. I don't know, maybe. I was, yeah, he fell asleep a little bit. Maybe he wasn't expecting Ashton to go when he did, but yeah, sort of tried to give him a little bit of a hurry up, but then just kind of settled in and obviously a super long race, so I wasn't going to try and do anything crazy.
No, it did put you down a little bit out of position though, and we did see you having to race back up to second place, which was great to watch from the booth up here. How did it feel out of the track racing?
Yeah, good. I think obviously I tend to be semi decent on the ovals. I probably got. I don't think many people would have seen me race on the road courses, so they probably would have been expecting maybe a bit of a pushover. I don't know. So I guess I had a bit of a point to prove, bit of chip on my shoulder. So it was good to sort of battle up there, race up front and show I can turn right as well.
Fantastic drive tonight, Matt. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, we'll give a shout out to Ashton. Obviously we got the 1-2 there, the formation finish at the end. That was pretty tasty. So Siltman Crowder, obviously the team. Shout out to Braden. Vegan Food Melbourne. Check them out on Instagram. All my fans. We've got Jared, Jesse, all the Sala boys watching it at home. Performance e-streaming. Look forward to watching the broadcast. Hopefully I'm featured heavily. And yeah, just the league as a whole. It was a really fun race. Actually, it was like intense as hell, and didn't seem like there was too much carry on from everyone.
No, you'll be having a good watch of the race. There was actually some good action out there tonight, and Ashton Crowder did say he wanted to get a bedside photograph of that formation finish. So I'm sure he wanted to get signed by you as well. So I'm sure you'll be able to sort it out between you.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad he can go with all the other ones.
Thanks so much, Matt. We'll see you next time.
See you guys. Thanks.
Matt Danson there, second place man. Ryan, yeah, Matt Danson, just fantastic drive. He managed to pull it back from dropping. I think he dropped down to fifth at the start of the race and pulled his way back up to second. Really good drive from him tonight.
Yeah, he might be a bit disappointed with the broadcast because we didn't really touch him in all race long, did we? It was all by himself for most of that race. But yeah, it was certainly a good drive and just still the reason why Danson's one of the best in the series. But I think we got time for one more interview, and I want to drag Chris Purnell up here, and we'll talk to him about his long race battle with Jason Martin.
Yeah, a bit of a hard choice that one. I was gonna suggest Chris, so we'll just grab him up for us.
Chris Purnell, it's Ryan Jones up here in the booth. Well done, mate. P6 tonight. You had quite the battle with Jason Martin. Do you want to talk us through your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it was a bit of an interesting race. It's I struggled quite a bit tonight, to be honest with you, and I forgot to make an adjustment to my steering ratio before the race started. So the car was really twitchy. So I was sort of on damage control from the beginning of the race.
Yeah, well, you certainly seem to have a bit of damage on the back of that car, and we weren't sure whether it was affecting you or not. But one thing we certainly noticed was you and Martin were separated by under a second for as long as I can remember in that race. I'm not sure how you were at the start, but certainly the last half of that race, it was you and Martin all the way. And there were quite a number of times where you're obviously the only guys in track really battling, and it was something good to watch. Was it fun in the car defending from Martin, or were you sort of just a bit under pressure and a bit flustered?
No, I enjoyed it, man. I always enjoy a good battle, and yeah, Martin definitely upped his road game this week and this round, and yeah, I really had a bit of fun with him, man. It was interesting to see where the strengths and weaknesses of the cars were, and I knew I had him covered because it seemed to be I could get a really good drive out of the corner, and I was pretty decent under braking compared to his, where he seemed to be able to flow the corners better than I could.
Yeah, he certainly did, and that really came into fruition. He got to your outside through the hairpin on the quite close to the end, and you went side by side down the main straight. Did you think that was it at that point? He got to your inside for turn one almost, or were you just hanging on for?
No, I wasn't going to lift, man. It was like 5 to go, so I was going to hang it around the outside and make the most of it, whether it come off or not. It was all or nothing at that.
All or nothing. It's the racing we like to see. It's fantastic racing, and thank you for putting on a show for this race. You and Martin certainly provided us something to watch, something to commentate on, and a great broadcast. So thank you. Is there anyone like to give a shout out to?
First off, I'll give a big shout out to Mick Skurlock. He did an awesome job to finish P3 for the team tonight. And then also a shout out to everybody in Illusion Motorsport for all their hard work. You guys up in the comms booth at Performance E-Streaming, and the admin at ANZCAR for putting on a great.
That almost sounded rehearsed. Thank you, Purnell. That was a fantastic race. Go have fun and celebrate with Scott.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, the Illusion boys and also the Mitch Motorsport boys are going to be pretty happy with that race. They got a lot of advertising time on the stream.
Yeah, they certainly did. It was all about Martin. It was all about Purnell and our race leader, Ashton Crowder. Didn't get much of the broadcast, did he? But I guess that's what happens when you dominate a race, though.
Well, this is the thing, and himself, Skurlock had a fantastic drive tonight. He really put on a great show for himself, but he was very much not really racing many people, and there were a few moments with McLeod, things like that. We did have a couple of moments, but getting up to P3, great job for Skurlock. The Illusion cars were looking a little bit loose at the start of the race, and it didn't look too good for them for a few moments, but they really pulled it together there. Fantastic job for the team, but yeah, Crowder, just what can you say about that victory? It was just dominance.
What I can say is I hope I never have to race Crowder on a road course or an oval.
Well, that's all right, Ryan. You're going to be up in the commentary booth from now on. The commentary bugs hit you hard, and somebody's got to talk over me as well.
I told you to shut up at the end. Sorry about that, Carl. But yeah, no, it was another good race to call, another good race to watch, and hopefully it was all fun for you guys at home as it was for us up here in the booth. Any lasting thoughts to finish off this broadcast, Carl?
Well, obviously, one thing, we are having trouble at the moment with our championship points because of the new Mustang car that's come into the series. Unfortunately, the iRacing down this points system has just not been keeping everything up to date. So we're having a little fiddle with that, trying to get it working properly for everybody, and hopefully we'll have the full points up next race. Reason why we didn't call out the championship standings at the start of this race. So we'll get all the points up together and everything ready to go. But yeah, what a race, really. It's been pretty much a year for us calling these races now. As I said, Sonoma was the start of our broadcast last year for the Thunder series as it was back then. And now it's the Cup series for us. And, well, it's been a fantastic year. We've had some fantastic races, and for a race that we were expecting to be a little bit of a snooze, we didn't really get much of our pre-rehearsed talking points across. So that was a good thing. We had a lot of action to call.
It was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Next week, it's the final round of season 1 of the Thursday night Thunder series. Yep, Thursday night Thunder at Road America, another road course. It's a Thunder series. It should be a good race. It's a season finale, and then in 2 weeks' time, it's round 12 of the Cup series. That's when we'll be back in the booth around at Chicagoland. So we'll look forward to seeing you all then. But that's going to do us tonight. So from Carl and I up in the booth, thank you, good night, and we'll see you next time.